Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I'm with an artist who's been called the next biggest thing out of Chicago. He recently did a Colors video, just dropped a new album, connected with Lyrical Lemonade. This man is on fire right now, and I'm lucky enough to have him on the podcast. It's my pleasure to introduce Femdot.
Air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn. Nah, thank you. Appreciate you.
Of course. So the first thing we got to cover is what's with you on the fucking mechanical pencil thing?
Hey, yo, it's crazy because it's a thing, man. It's just a thing. It's like I don't know if it's a comfort. It's a thing. I also be writing all the time, so like that helps. But I never realized people noticed until I was maybe like 4 years ago, I was in a club in Chicago, and somebody walked up to me like, I knew it was you because it was a beanie on, like, and you the only nigga with a mechanical pencil in the club. And I was like, damn, so now, like, this is a thing. Like, now I have to have a pencil. But when I get to twirling the pencil, though, and I, like, get in my little zone,
Yeah.
I'll be in my little zone. That's what it be, so.
But it's not a specific color, though. It's just the specific mechanical pencil.
Yeah, it just got to be a mechanical pencil. Cause they're easy to twirl, they're easy to grip. My air is real little too, so you know what I'm saying? Like a pen might be doing too much. And I swap out the colors. Sometimes the colors be matching the fits.
Okay.
It don't be on purpose, but you know, that happens a lot. But usually I just keep on. Like I think I got mechanical pencils on my rider.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this man has a fucking rider now. I see you.
I'm dead. Don't do that. Chill.
So you use those pencils? I personally, especially that type of mechanical pencil, those are my least favorite ones. They fucking
Really?
they press too hard and they fucking break the lead.
Oh, so you the one with you like the yellow ones, the little twisted tops. Which one do you like?
Dude,
Like,
I like the fucking whatever. If it's a mechanical pencil, it has to be like those bougie ones that almost look like fucking
Oh,
pens.
they damn near look like pens. Yeah, the ones that are kind of pens. Yeah. No, them smooth. I do use these pencils though. I do, like if I'm writing in the house or something.
Yeah.
I do end up using these pencils.
Yeah. But yeah, I use do you know what are they called? I could be completely butchering it, and if I am, it's just gonna sound like a sexual term. But you know, like I think it's the Black Murado Warrior pencils or something.
That sounds like a hell of a pen. Is it the ones? Are those the ones that have the real slick, like they look kind of slick, but they write kind of like pens?
I like those ones, but the Black Murado one's actually a wooden pencil. I forgot about that. The Black Murado one is like it's like the the yellow number 2 pencils, but it's like black.
I'm thinking
instead.
of the Terra. What's the Terra? What's that shit called? The Terra Monk, whatever the fuck. The one that had the real long name. That's what I'm thinking of when I think of those pencils. But that's also because we read this book called Bud Not Buddy when I was a shorty, and there was a moment in that book where like one of the dudes was bullying him and stuck the pencil up his nose to see how far I get through that letter.
Oh God!
Why I remember this random fact? Who knows? But
damn, that's how you know we made it. We're talking about all these different types of mechanical pencils.
Type of pencils. Look, pencil connoisseur. Quit playing.
There we go. So I feel like the audience would love to know. You probably been asked this a million times, but I love to just break down the Lyrical Lemonade connection one more time. I heard you guys met in school or something like that.
Yeah. I met Cole in public speaking class. What was it, 2015? So before Cole dropped out of college, we had class together. And then that's how I met Cole. And then Cole introduced me to Elliot, and then I met everybody else. But yeah, I met Cole first actually. In class, we were just in class together. And by that time, like I was starting to do something in the city, but like, people still don't really know me. But like it's enough that like if you kind of tapped in. So we in class sitting across on 2 different sides of the classroom.
Yeah.
Everybody introducing themselves. Yo, my name is Fem. They're like, yo, my name is Cole. And I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and we like, I know you. He like, I know you. He like, you Fem, right? I'm like, yeah, you. I'm like, oh yeah. And then we got cool as hell, got drunk as hell the next day, like at his crib with like all the lyrical guys and just kicked it. And then we've been locked in ever since pretty much.
Damn. And is Lyrical Lemonade, I try to explain to, surprisingly, some people, you know what's also weird? Just about hip hop in general. Like hip hop is such a fucking like cultural it's outside of music. It's just it's culturally has impacted everything, especially in the
Yeah.
United States. But
Uh-huh.
still, there's people who don't know about these huge hip hop infrastructures. Anything from a Lyrical Lemonade to a Breakfast Club
Yeah.
to if you're not like if you ask a white girl if they know who fucking Griselda is, they'll be like, "Who the fuck is that?" You know,
Sounds
like
like a meal. Yeah, they don't know what the fuck.
so it's weird how hip hop is like transcended, but you have an average person who actually doesn't know much about hip hop still. It's in a
Yeah,
weird place.
it's a very, I mean, it's like, it's because hip hop is such a large staple of American culture at this point. You're able to have your one foot in, one foot out, and still feel
Mm.
like hip hop because it's ingrained in so many elements of our life. But because you only got one foot in, one foot out, it's so much most people don't know about the actual culture for real because they feel like they don't need to be fully engulfed in it to take part in it, which is interesting.
That's some wild shit.
Hmm.
So break down what Lyrical because I think I don't even know completely what Lyrical Lemonade is. I feel like it's almost a record label at this point with the
I
artists
feel
they
like they
push.
don't even know completely what they're. I would consider a multimedia company.
Mm.
That's pretty much what I look at it as because it attacks all facets. Right? They have clothes. They started through videos, interviews, podcasts, clothes, festivals. Right? So it's become, I think, this multimedia like this multimedia space that's rooted in hip hop.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know how else to really describe it
From
because
Chicago.
from right, that was made in Chicago. That is rooted in Chicago.
So do they focus solely on Chicago artists, or they've had Eminem on, and I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, they have other artists like like I know the dude's named Daniel, and I think he actually from the Northwest. I think he's from
Oh shit.
that area. Yeah, but I know they shot some stuff for him. So like they shoot stuff outside of just Chicago artists musically. I know like they always have like, the top 50 Chicago, projects that come out during the year, or they on all the writers try to showcase Chicago artists as well, just because now there's such a larger platform. So and they do obviously the festival here. So they have to have, Chicago folks on the bill, and they do like, park cleanups and stuff like that out here. So they do a lot of stuff to probably stay tapped in with Chicago, but it's so much bigger than just the city. But they do try to at least bring those resources back, at least from what I see.
Hmm. Has it become a thing like the Breakfast Club though, where like some artists like in New York feel like they need to get that Lyrical Lemonade look to become a somebody, or how is
Yeah,
it
for
set up?
sure. And the thing is, but it's not even just at home. It's damn near anywhere. Like,
Mm.
getting a video or getting posted on a website. I mean, a video especially, like that's supposed to be blowing you up, I guess. But also just even getting posted on a website or like getting response from them is like
Or
a
the
rite of
tweets even.
passage. Yeah, it's like a rite of passage, which is really cool because I've been able to see a very early stage of it and to see like, the amount of work that's been put in and what type of impact they have. It's kind of crazy and it's super cool. I'll be super proud of them for sure.
Do you think is that like a connection that you think propelled your career forward, or do you think you would have still been on this upward trajectory without that connection?
Absolutely. I mean, everything has propelled me forward. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like I can't take this relationship for granted in in no aspect. I mean, without meeting Cole, I wouldn't have met Elliot, who is my co-manager. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
and even on top of that, just yeah, all the help that I've been able to get from them at different stages of my career and different stages of their, you know what I'm saying, like ascension as well has like definitely helped me because everything we do, because I'm independent, everything that happen, every move that pushes a needle is a win for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tell me about Elliot, dude. Elliot, that was crazy. I was just on my phone, just doing some editing at the studio. I
Hmm.
get a fucking email, and it has the Lyrical Lemonade logo. I'm like, dude, someone's fucking pranking me right now.
Somebody's playing with you, yeah.
And it turned out it was fucking Elliot asking to have you on the pod, and I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit. So like, is he? So he's part of Lyrical Lemonade, does that mean it is a label, or is he an
No,
A&R, or
it's
what
not
is
a
it?
label because they don't have artists. So he's like the head of operations. So pretty much like making sure the site is running, doing what it's supposed to, writing. He started off by writing. So he's known Cole for very like him and Cole damn near grew up together, knew each other since like high school and shit. So
Wow.
he's like pretty much the like right hand to that situation. And he's like facilitated all the writing. He was writing because he's a music head. He got a crazy collection of music, crazy knowledge of music. He's always finding new artists, and just putting people on new artists in general. So he did the writing, a lot of the writing, and now they got other writers and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
But he facilitates a lot of like the website and stuff like that. So he like pretty much runs a lot of the operations for them.
And is he your first manager?
Yeah, so he manages me. It's him and this woman, Tamika Ponce. So she kind of does so pretty much me and Meeks do like most of the day to day and like a lot of the large things, and Elliot comes in and just fills in the gaps that's needed, and that's kind of how our team just works. It's kind of just everybody just takes care of what needs to be done.
Got it.
But yeah, those are the only people who have managed me.
Dope.
Like,
So as like a independent artist, how do you make a living? Is it through sync deals, or how does that work for someone?
sync stuff be cool, but really a lot of my bread comes through like brand partnerships. I do a lot of brand partnerships.
Oh yeah, dude, we need to talk about that actually. Fucking, that was something on what I wanted to talk. Yeah, Toyota and Lululemon as some.
Yeah. So we've done stuff with Toyota, Lululemon, Champ. So for the 94 Camry Music Project, I helped them roll out the 2020 Camry.
That's crazy.
And then we did like wellness stops while I was on tour, like pretty much like getting black people and just Lululemon in different cities and having them like do yoga. So like I have a pretty strong partnership with Lulu. We've done stuff with Lulu. We've done stuff with Toyota, Champ Sports, like Don Julio.
Damn.
Yeah, we pretty much that's how I eat for real, and that's what Tamika's specialty is in brand partnerships. So that's what she does really well. I mean, streaming is cool, but obviously, like you only make so much off streaming. So shows was cool, but now we're getting back into shows, obviously. But shows, merch, and brand partnerships were my biggest form, or still are my biggest form of income that allow me to just focus on music full time.
I feel like a lot of artists feel like they need to have like a huge following to get like a partnership. Like, do you understand? Did you understand any of the steps that it took to, or was it more behind the scenes to get those partnerships?
Yeah, no, I mean we play a crazy hand in everything that goes on. But yeah, it wasn't. You just need to have the idea, and like you don't need to have like a crazy market, but you need to have some sort of market. But it's also just how you package things. Like that's most important, honestly. Like what are the idea and how you package it to show the brand that you can bring them, attention or something that leads to revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we sit and map out all the plans and stuff for how everything go. But yeah, you don't need necessarily a big, super huge following. You just need an idea that works in the way in.
Right. And how does it work like when you're working with because Chicago is like just so full of like artists that have made a name for themselves. So I wonder if it's still considered a cosign if you work with certain artists in Chicago, or if it just is something that's going to happen if you're in enough studios and things like that. So like
I mean, yeah, some of it still be a cosign depending on like which the artist is. Some of us are grouped in the same like categories, and then we're just different tiers, I guess. But like like
break
Herb
that down real
definitely
quick though. What do you mean by like different tiers?
So like like the Chicago music scene, specifically the rap scene, like is broken up because you got like drill, and then you got like I guess non-drill. So because like people try to just break it up in a different, but you got like the Polo G, Herb, Bibby, Keith. You know what I mean? Like you got Von, Dirk, right? These like are all in one tier. Then you have the No Name, Saba, Mick. You know what I mean? Myself. I mean, like you have a different. So those are two different lanes, I guess. So like it makes sense for like Polo and Herb to work together, right? Like and that doesn't seem as much as a cosign as it seems as just like okay, maybe now they're pretty much on the same tier. But like someone smaller or something like that, like that would see less of a cosign and more of like they're just in the same kind of lane. And the same thing in our way, like working like Saba working with Smino. Smino's from St. Louis, but he blew up. He like got popping here.
Yeah.
But like, Saba and Smino and No Name working together is not like, a far-fetched idea. It's kind of just that makes sense because they're in this same realm, right?
What about Chance working with No Name? Is that a
I mean,
cosign at that point? Or?
that I think it was early on.
Okay.
It was, I mean, because Chance is still one of the biggest artists in the world. So like
Yeah.
that acid rap look was a cosign, right? And even Chance on like Care for Me and stuff like that. Like these are definitely still cosigns because like Chance is, was at the top of that tier, at the top tier of that, like area of music or whatever. So it definitely still plays as a cosign, but it just, I feel like sometimes cosigns, like when you think of a cosign, like a Drake cosign or something like that, right? It's like it doesn't really, not it doesn't make sense, but it's like they're going out their way to do this. Oh, this is cool. They're kind of putting them on. But in our case, a lot of times it's like, this makes sense for y'all to make music together. You know what I'm saying? Like this works itself out a little different. So yeah, the Chicago dynamics in general in terms of just working together and then just like the different setups of how people make music is much different than other places.
So you and Smino and Saba would be seen on the same level, or were those cosigns?
I'm not on a level. No, I'm not on a level, but we're in the same people like
genre. Is it genre?
Genre, right? Okay. They'll damn near group us in terms of genre, right?
Okay.
But level wise, hell no. They're my dogs. I'm actually friends with them in real life. Great people, but like I understand where like there's clearly a dip off in what I'm doing and what they're doing. So
damn. But you've been making. I saw that you had like a fucking interview like 10 years ago, even. Like you've been putting out music for a minute. So like what marks a level? Is it just like how popular you are in the mainstream, or does it come into play with like how many years of experience you have?
Oh no, I mean, if we're talking in pure like artistic ability, or we're talking like pure like, amount of hours put in, like I'm not worried about anybody. I feel like we're all on the same. I'm not worried about nobody. So it would be like in terms of like, ability to use this to their further or like solidify, help their livelihood. Like I can't tour like Sabo or Smino can, right? Like I don't have as many fans as they have, right? And that's just the reality, right? So they are larger artists in that scope, but we all respect each other as artists. Like it's never I'm looking at Saab or I'm talking to him and he's like, oh yeah, like I'm better than you, because I'm gonna be like, prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the type of experience that we both have, and we both respect each other's crafts. Same thing with Smee, same thing with all of these rappers from the city. Like we all respect each other's craft, but at the same time, like if we're looking in terms of numbers or in terms of like what is actually able to be done or impact or whatever, like yeah, like I have work to be done, and it's cool that I can look to my friends as people, as like checkpoints.
So I feel like with me working with a lot of like up and coming artists, they feel that I think a lot of people's hopes are that you get your manager and then you get on a record label or you have an audience somehow independently and then you've made it. But like is it more than just like, if you just market yourself the right way, are you automatically going to become a Drake? Or like how do you what happens after? What is that in between? Like once you have that team, once you have that label, if you need a label, like does it just come down to like putting out a song that somehow speaks through different demographics, or what?
I think it comes down to like talent and preparation, like because sometimes you can get it, because a lot of people who get crazy records that blow up and then they have nothing to follow up with and then they kind of fade away, right? Or you get people who have things kind of in place like that's, but as terms of like a Drake level, I honestly don't know if that will happen again, just because he popped in between streaming and regular CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a like people going out in the rain to buy your album is a different type of fan. Is a different type of like him, Cole, Kendrick. Like people going out to stores to buy your CD is a different type of attachment than like just downloading at home.
Wow, yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't think that type of fan stardom will really happen again. But in terms of people becoming superstars or stars, a lot of people are doing it for a very long time, and something bubbles initially, and then like for example, Uzi was popping in 2015, like on a smaller scale with SoundCloud and stuff like that. He drops like the money longer record stuff starts moving and things of that sort. But like he became a superstar maybe 3-4 years ago, but he was technically popping
Yeah.
for years, right? Doja Cat has literally been trying to put this shit together for like 10 years,
Mhm.
So it's like a lot of times it's just preparation and kind of pushing through, at least from what I see, at least just like pushing through that, because like and what making it looks like for you, because there are people who may say because I'm able to live my life off music that I've made it, or
Yeah.
it depends on what your spectrum is. But yeah, it's definitely not as simple. People think you just get one record and sometimes you can just catch a record and go, especially with TikTok and stuff like that. You can get a record and go, but what's next?
Yeah.
A lot of people underestimate why people are superstars. Even like Yachty. Like Yachty has been able to sustain himself. A lot of people didn't think he was gonna last after, the cold like Minnesota's and
I'm
stuff
gonna
like
be
that.
honest.
Like
How the fuck is he? Like, I feel like he's kind of turned more into a personality.
which has happened, but also, I mean, also he's from what I hear, he's very good to people.
Mm.
Like people like Yachty as a person. Like people, and that's also very important. Like people be thinking they blow up and then they become assholes, but then once you fall off and people don't need you no more, you know what I'm saying? People can stop fucking with you. People like Yachty. Like, like that Michigan boat project he did, which was actually hard. You know what I'm saying? That just happened because people fucked with him in Michigan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Drake features, the whatever, people fuck with him. So it's like, so I think, and also he's been able to maintain relevancy through touring and through whatever. So you can say what you want about him, but when that moment came, he was prepared to keep that going, and he also just maintained relationships with people.
Do you believe in industry plans, or do you think that's like a hurtful
Um,
thing to say?
I I don't
I'm
believe
not
in
saying
industry
him, but
plants. I don't believe in industry plants the way most people believe in industry plants.
okay.
Are industry plants a thing? Yes, but people be like, "Oh, this person was popping, and now they're an industry plant." Like, no, a lot of people be out here really grinding and putting shit together and catch a break. Um, because the way people on the internet be calling people who I know personally industry plants be wild. Like, I'm probably gonna be an industry plant in a couple years, and then people gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, he just came out of nowhere." Like a lot of people, I don't even know what people think the definition of an industry plant is. Like if somebody is like when people like are signed for years and marketing and a lot of like her is industry plant.
Mm.
And it's not, the thing is also there's a negative connotation to industry plant. Industry plant, somebody who's an industry plant means they were developed, artist development. They were actually developed. Like you have to grow. You grew through the industry. Like
Right.
so we don't really focus on artist development no more. So anybody who pops out of nowhere and it seems to be popping and they find out they had some help, they're instantly industry plant. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
What about that? There's that one guy. There is this. Watch you like know. He's probably from Chicago. What's that? You know that one song? I think Lyrical Lemonade made it. The the song with 21 Savage where it's like the knocking is like, what the fuck
Oh,
is
Nardo
this?
Wick.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy? Has that
Who
guy
the
been
fuck is
around for
that?
a while or no? Because like I just randomly saw
That's
this dude and he has like that's like 3 people on that song that are like
that's one of the best songs of the year too. So crazy. I wish it was some lines in there I wish I thought of. He is so clever. Nardo is so clever. That shit crazy.
that was
And that's
Lyrical
one of the
Lemonade,
best.
right?
Yeah, they shot the video. The song been whatever. The song already was popping before they shot the video, but they shot the video. But yeah, I don't know where Nardo came from, but apparently he been rapping for a minute. Or he know people, because I think he from the South, so like he part of some. I think he cool with 21. Some it's one of them situations. But he was like, but if you look back before Who Want Smoke, like he had other records that were popping before that video.
Mm,
So it wasn't like, oh, this video just blew him up out of nowhere. Like,
right.
nah, he was already popping. And what probably happened was he probably had a relationship with one of them dudes on the song and then met the other people on the song. And the song hot as hell. And they're like, yeah, we'll hop on,
Yeah.
you know?
It's just interesting to see shit like that sometimes. Just like
Yeah,
someone out of
that's
nowhere
it.
has like
That song
5
is so
features.
crazy. That song is so it's I would want to get on that shit too. That shit is hard. Bro, he like, what? Call me Nardo, yes man. I don't know niggas. I'm like, this is genius. He is put this in the Smithsonian on my mama. A genius.
Oh my. So tell me about your nonprofits. Like for if any artist wants to set up a nonprofit, like how do you even go about that?
It's not, I mean, it's complicated, but not for real. I mean, you can really just start by just helping out where you from. So we started just like as a incorporated and then like applied for a 501c3, which took a while. But even before then, we were just working as a nonprofit and like, you know, just making sure all the money we got went back into what we would say we were spending on, which was the community. So mine is called Delacreme Scholars. We're on our 4th year now because we give out scholarships. We give out scholarships to Black and Brown college students and then like Black and Brown artists in the city of Chicago. And then we also do toy and co-drives and grocery delivery services that we started during COVID. So
This guy's a legend out here.
hey man, I'm just trying to, you know, leave the world better than where it was when I got here.
Hell yeah. So I would like to hear your advice on like one of my friends literally just dropped out of school to become like a full-time artist, right?
Mhm.
So I wonder what is your for an artist like yourself who
Right.
went to school, what is your
Mhm.
take on artists dropping out of school or being on the fence whether they should even go to school if like
I
art
mean,
is what they
shit, I
want to
almost
do?
dropped out a million times. I mean, I went to school for myself, so like, it got easier when I told myself I was not going for my parents no more. You
Mm,
know, like I was actually going to learn stuff I wanted to learn and do what I wanted to do, and I formed my schooling around music versus vice versa. But school's not for everybody. It's not. I've never tried to force somebody to stay in school. It's not my thing to do. But I think it just depends. Then it becomes planning, right? And character, like what you gonna, cause your back gonna be against the wall, cause people not gonna believe in what you're doing. You know, like it may be family, maybe friends, people might not gonna believe in what you're doing. People are, you know, everyone's chasing this dream. Why should you be different? So you have to like really have tunnel vision on what your goals are, um, and really try to look down the line, but try to attack smaller goals as much as possible. I think it's very tricky now because I know when I was even still in school, like I show face. Like in Chicago, you got to show, like people got to know what you look like.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? You can't really just, at least you can pop, you can end up blowing up online, but like if you're not known in the city, it won't really last at home. People got to know you. So if you dropping out of school and you trying to make music and you like, yo, this is what I really want to do, this is my passion. um I guess also figuring out what does success look like to you. Does that look like just being able to survive, or are you trying to be Drake, right?
right.
And if you are just trying to survive or trying to make music to eat off, then okay, let's look at the talents or the tools you have or the resources that you already, because we already be having resources ahead of us. Who'd you meet in college while you were there?
Right.
Somebody could manage you. Somebody could know somebody, could this. Maybe somebody just moved to LA and you can sleep on their couch. Like, you know what I mean? Like you really gotta take a step back and really, really look at all the resources that are in front of you and try to use them to the best of your ability. Not use people. Be good to people. 'Cause everything I've ever gotten is because people talk good about me in a room. Everything. I have no agent. It's only my team is 3 people. Everything we've ever gotten has come because people like us and we talk well, and it happens to be that I rap better than most of the planet, right? So, but you know, we a lot of times we have resources that we're not tapped into, whether it's out of fear or not really thinking that they can help or things of that sort. But if you dropping out or if you really trying to pursue this full time, you need to tap into whatever resource you can and use it to the best of your ability, in order to sustain yourself first. And once you can do that, you can start figuring out all the other shit.
Yeah. That was some fucking phenomenal advice right there.
Hey man, look, I done been through some shit, so you know, and if I could help anybody avoid that shit, why not?
Yeah, of course. Let's. I know you touched on this a little bit too, but dude, like colors is one of my favorite things. So if I'd love to
Yeah.
hear a little bit about how that experience was.
Colors was cool, man. They paint the room.
So it's
They
like, do
paint the
you think it's just
they paint
paint
the
over
room.
over, paint over and over and
I
over?
don't
Or?
know. I don't know how. I just know that I had to bring an extra pair of shoes because they wouldn't let me tread no dirt from outside. So I had to like they were like handing me shit from a distance and shit. Paint the room. They're super cool. They're really nice over there. Really nice people. So that's cool. But yeah, it's all one take. They shoot on like 4 different cameras or some shit. You shoot as many takes as you want. They pick the best one. I think I did like 6 takes and picked the fourth one or some shit like that. But yeah, it's really cool. Uh, yeah, it was a good time. First time I had braids on camera. Great. It was
You didn't
real
have braids
energetic.
before that? What do you usually rock? Just like
Mm-mm.
short
This is
hair?
the
Or what?
longest my hair has ever been. Like, so under this hat is obviously, it's hella hair under here. You feel me? It's a whole lot going on. Um, but it's the longest my hair has ever been. I started growing my hair out like during quarantine.
I feel.
So, yeah.
Damn. Was it nerve wracking at all? Like, did you watch Colors before that or?
Yeah, I fucking love colors. My favorite one was the one that really got me hooked on it was Gunna's one when he did Top Off.
Oh shit.
He had the little gray. He had that. I dropped the top off, but I'm dripping like how he floated on that shit. I'm like, this is so hard. Yeah, I love colors. And I've had some of my homies do colors, so I'm like, oh, this is really dope, and it's a really good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was just more or less like grateful that what I'm saying, like we were able to meet the people. I was able to get cool with one of the guys, and we was able to form a relationship before the music, and then even just he like, yo, like the music's crazy, like let's work this out. So um yeah, so it wasn't even really nerve wracking. It was just like I also just had never performed that song. I had never performed Bussin' before because it was, Corona. So
Damn.
so I'm just trying to remember the words. You feel me? Like it's a new project, it's a new song. Like, we did it months ago. So like the project ain't out yet. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like I'm trying to remember the words.
Yeah. Do you know the origins of bussin'? Like, where did bussin' come from?
Like the song or the word?
The word.
I mean, we've been saying busing in Chicago since I was a shorty. Like,
Oh, it's a thing.
I don't
Okay.
know if it's another thing, but like something being, but like busing can mean like 10 different things. So it's busing like you walk into a party and it's a good time. It's busing for real. Or you walk into a party and they shooting that bitch up. Oh, it's busting in that bitch. Or when we was shorties, like before thought, because thought is a Chicago word too, but
Okay.
whatever. Before thought, we call motherfuckers who was thoughts bust downs. So you'll be like, shorty bussing, like she down to go, right?
Mm.
So then you got that being the thing. Then, or you can walk in somewhere and it's like not a party or some shit. Let's say you like, it's a lot of people outside, right? Let's say you walking through, I don't know, South by Southwest, and you walking down and you see hella people. Damn, it's bussing out here. So it's like that's always been in our like vocabulary like since I was a shorty. So I don't know where other people got busting from. It's probably from us too, but maybe I'm biased. But we've been saying busting since I have personally been saying busting since at least '01.
Damn. There we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's touch on your album a little bit.
For
So
sure.
how much are you?
I'm not. That's clever. That's boom. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I am in fact not for sale. That is a thing. That is funny. That's actually hilarious.
So what was that? Was this something that was created during the pandemic? Is it just like, was there like some specific inspiration? Or was it like anything to do with all these like protests and?
Yeah, no, actually, so like I was out doing a lot of the protest. Like I was outside. I actually stopped rapping a lot, mostly during the pandemic, because I was protesting, and then I got into it with the police, and I couldn't protest no more because I was like had to get my head stapled and all this other
Holy
shit.
shit.
So right, so I started delivering groceries. So I was delivering groceries all summer, so I wasn't rapping. But most of the songs were done. Out of the 8 songs, 6 of them were done before March of 2020.
Wow.
Some of them are for like 2017. They were written and then they were like updated or whatever. So like 2021, we cleaned some songs up, but Digits and this song Back on Road are the only two songs that were done in 2021. Everything else was done early. So I think about albums years in advance. So like I've had this concept in my head like of what I wanted this album to talk about maybe since 2014. And then because I knew the sequence of like albums. And then I went to Nigeria. I'm first generation, so I went home for the first time
That's so
in
dope.
December of 2019. And when I came back home, I started working on the intro. Like that January of 2020, I started working on the intro. And the first line, "You cannot buy me, I'm already free." And then at that moment, I knew that the project was gonna be called Not for Sale. But I knew what the conversation was gonna be like. I knew that, and I knew what I wanted to sound like. I knew that like 7 years ago.
Do you think Kanye's right? Are we new slaves? Are we modern slaves?
I think we are. I think we are. I mean, I think we're in a situation. We're just in capitalism, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I feel um, like trying to say we're slaves or whatever is a very strong thing to say, but I do feel like we're just in a capitalistic society that uh just keeps us in the loop of you know not great things. So.
Did like your perspective on Chicago and just the United States change when she came back from Nigeria?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really, it was like black people are the same everywhere. Like,
Wow.
I got off first of all, that was my first time on an all black plane with an all black pilot getting off at an all black airport. That shit is actually very crazy to think about. Um, and like to like be in a space and not have to worry if I'm the darkest person in the room or not. But even when I got off the plane, they was hustling, like, hey, trying to change money, taxis and shit. It felt like I was in the hood again, like the way, like all the mannerisms was the same. Motherfuckers was out here hustling, trying to get to it. Like, so it's cool. I learned just learned a lot about my lineage and shit. But coming back home, you just see how like shit, white people affect everything. Cause even how they view money out there and like how the government and shit is set up or whatever, it's like, damn, like everybody's affected by this. So it definitely just opened my eyes to certain shit, but more or less just self-reflection. Like, growing up, I ain't really wasn't able to just go to my grandma's house or nothing like that because she was in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So like kind of getting a larger idea of 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 a better understanding of who I am when I was there was cool, and I was able to bring that back.
Do you want like your artist friends to go to Nigeria or Africa
I
now,
want
or?
everybody to go to Africa. I think where every black person. I think every black person to go to Africa. They want black people to come to Africa. They love for people to come and just learn, what's going on and kind of see the world for what it is versus what people tell you it is. But yeah, I want and to be lit. Well, we was out till like 7 a.m. every day, kicking it. First day I got
Jeez.
in town, we was at a Meg Thee Stallion concert. It was up. We was
In
outside.
Nigeria?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, that's my point. See. Yes, in Nigeria. I landed, I got off the plane, I got to my hotel and went to a Meg Thee Stallion concert. That's how my trip started. And you would have thought it was Texas in that bitch. They was rapping every word for word. Like yeah, like Nigeria is the America of the U of Africa. Like South Africa is like the white America because it looked nice, but like Nigeria is definitely like culturally the America of the, and that's not even really to say the best because America be kind of tweaking, but I'm talking about just in terms of impact. Like, yeah, G, it'd be what we was in there getting it cracking. What bottles? What link? What you doing after this? What take my line? What we was outside. It was up
Damn.
there. Like all the celebrities go to West Africa in December. Like it's a known thing. Like Cardi B was out there. Like what Ghana and Nigeria are like the epicenter of fun from December 1st to like January 3rd.
Oh shit.
Literally, it's cracking out there. Like it's big bussing. Oh my mama, is super bussing out there.
Damn.
They call it Dirty December because motherfuckers be outside getting spicy.
Getting STDs.
Well, whoa, I don't know about that.
That's what it sounds like. Dirty.
No, it's like dirty. Like like dirty is like you outside. No. We are no STDs. Dear God, that escalated.
Well,
so
that's
quick.
what. That's what it. Come on. That's what it.
No, bro, it's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. No STDs. It's just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's still clean. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead. Okay. Yes.
That's
yes.
funny as shit.
So what is your message with this project? Not for sale. Besides the fact that you're not for sale.
I think it's because it's the conversation between like, like self-worth and like lineage and like religion and like money and how that plays into like who I am as a person. So it's like you can't put a price on experience, pretty much. It's like, I'm who I am because of, all the things that I've seen, all the things that make me me, and you can't really put a price on that. And there's a form of confidence that comes with really living in that. And because of that, I'm gonna talk my shit. But also because of what I've been through, I know who I am. And you can't really just put a price on that.
It's a dope project.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Tell me about the album art real quick though. I like the album art.
Yeah, the album art was fun. We actually shot that shit in 2020, funny enough.
Wow.
But it was we tried to I wanted to strip down. It's very like the art direction is very minimalist for the project because I wanted to really strip down and like no gimmicks, none of that. Just like we cut the fluff straight to it. So that's why you always see me in like a tank top and like black pants and probably a pair of Jordan 4s because those are my favorite shoes.
And a mechanical pencil.
Yeah, and a mechanical pencil, right. So, but it's really just to like trim the fat and get straight to the art. So that with the cover too, it's like there's a lot of like I wouldn't even there's a lot of underlying frustration that you hear through some of these songs like these because this is really a conversation. It really just a conversation I'm having with myself, and this is like the beginning is kind of like the intro is kind of like this is where we started, but by the time you get to the end, you're like, okay, like now. The first line is you cannot buy me, I'm already free, and I spend the rest of the time explaining that, right?
Yeah.
So by the time you get to the end of the project, that line makes more sense. So because of that, it's like a conversation I'm having with myself. So when you see me sitting in a chair, like I look extremely composed from the neck down, but my face is blurry because my head's moving all over the place because that's like where my mind is. I'm constantly it's like a battle to get to this conclusion. So yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I feel like you're someone who listens to 85 to Africa.
I've played 85 to Africa once or twice. I don't know what that means, but I mean, I grew up listening, to like fella and like hella African music outside. It was either that or just like hella super hip hoppy ass, or R&B ass, like Jodeci. It was like Jodeci, fucking DMX, and like Fela Kuti. It was a very interesting blend.
Hell yeah. So what are your goals? It's almost 2022, man. What are some?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What are some goals for 2022 for you?
Just getting back on the road. I haven't been on tour since 2019.
Come to Seattle.
Just getting back. Yeah, so trying to get back on the road. Trying to get to Seattle, man. So getting back on the road, and then just continue growing the music, and then growing the scholars. Just the nonprofit and shit. Just trying to keep that in place so we can do what we need to do to kind of really be a resource at home. But that's really it. Just keep pushing the project. It's still fresh. You know what I'm saying? Get back on the road. Do a headline at home. Get my hair as long as you. Simple things. Nothing too crazy.
Yes, sir. Before we wrap up, name give me 3 up and coming Chicago artists that people should be on the lookout for.
OG Steve-O. He makes really good music, especially if you like to move and dance. There's this other dude named Asar. He can literally rap his ass off. And it's this young cat named Hate Sunny, who's really raw too. He actually had a record that like blew up on TikTok this year called Kill Bill, I think. But he's super dope. His voice, his tone is really cool too. So them are the 3 people that pop into my head immediately. And then this girl, Cindy August, is a bonus 4th. She actually like was like with OTF for a minute too, which is crazy because she just sings super silky. Yeah.
I gotta check them out too.
Yeah, for sure. Tap in.
There we go. Well, what is the easiest way for people to reach you, and where can they find your project?
You can find me on Instagram to any @thing. I'm femdot.com, all spelled out. And then my project Not For Sale is out on everything that you listen to music on. So if you don't feel like paying for no memberships, it is on YouTube and SoundCloud as well. If but Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc. Please stream my music. Rents due today.
There we go. This is the NAST podcast with,
Oh, with me, with Femdot. Hey.
and we did it.